Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, a morning edition. How is everyone doing?
I'm doing good, Cobra Commander. How are you?
You will rule the day, He-Man. Isn't that what he says?
No, that's not Cobra Commander. G.I. Joe's Cobra Commander. You're talking about Skeletor.
Same difference.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's the same voice actor, too.
Probably. Yeah, actually, yeah. You're probably right. Welcome to KOA, everyone. A morning-ish edition. Would have been even earlier if the world didn't end this morning.
It ended?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, we're now in season 2.
It wasn't that sad.
Yeah, this is whatever. Who cares? In which today we are going to be talking about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episodes 9, 10, and 11. We didn't talk about them on the last show because the world ended the day before.
Yeah.
So
why's the world gotta keep ending, man?
yeah, we're that was like a mid-season finale. Today was the end of the season, I guess. So before we get into that, gotta say, leave a like, share this podcast out with your friends, your family.
I forgot to share it out.
Share it with your cat. Make sure your cat's watching. Because if your cat's not watching, then we don't care.
Cats don't care in general. They're a bunch of assholes.
And that's why we love them. Also, it says here to plug Patreon. So we have a Patreon at patreon.com/King of Anime, in which you can get insanely amazing, awesomely crazy good content. Like, for example, we talk about Pokemon or Monica Magica. It's very fun. Also, we have a Blue Sky.
Being drunk.
Yes. We have a Blue Sky, so come make some biskies with us over on there. I heard from the kids it's the new thing. Well, not the kids, the millennials. Well, it's more like the same old
You mean
thing.
the Gen Z? They're younger than us.
Yeah, the Gen Z are over on I'm old. I don't know what they're on.
They're on.
Wait, where are they? I haven't seen them.
You know, Gen Alpha, the one after Gen Z, is supposedly gonna have some people are saying some crazy social media platform. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it's gonna be. Never mind. Subscribe to us, bitch.
Please.
So let's go ahead and let's jump into
The news?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh.
Wait, we have news?
Well, only one thing I'd want to mention.
Hit the thing. Hit the thing.
I got some that will give you the blues today. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
The great Tony Todd passed away last night. He
I saw that.
is known as the Candyman, and he also does a lot of voices, or did a lot of voices in like cartoons. His most recent one was being Venom in the new Spider-Man 2 video game. It's a shame because he was 69 years old, and yeah, I feel like he was doing a lot of stuff, and then I'm not sure how he died, but yeah, it's sad because I remember watching Candyman at an age where I definitely should not have been watching, because I was 93, so I was 6 or 7, and freaked me the fuck out. Any of you guys seen Candyman?
I want to say a long time ago.
Here's the thing. I know about the movie, but I don't think I've seen it myself.
It's pretty good. Bees come out of the man's mouth and body, he has a hook for a hand, and there's a story behind that, which is also very interesting. There's lore. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
absolutely
he's
crazy.
terrorizing the hood. I know about Candyman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's very unfortunate. Young too. So hopefully, friends and family and all that are making it through. It
yeah.
sucks.
Send prayers, R.I.P. to one of the best, because he did voices in Transformers too. He was the Fallen.
He was what the mortician in Final Destination. You
Yeah,
remember that?
he was in that too for sure. Yeah,
Damn. So
but
he's
as
kind of
far as
like a horror icon of sorts.
yeah, yeah, he just definitely he has that voice. He had that really deep, just foreboding, "I'm going to get you" kind of voice. It was just really cool and terrifying. Uh, I guess the one other thing that I want to mention, it is anime related, and that is second season of Ranger Rejects has been announced
Did
for
they?
next season,
Oh,
April 2025,
oh, we're
or next year. I
we're
mean,
headed back
yeah,
to best
we're
girl
going.
Yumeko.
We're going back to Ranger Rejects in the spring season at least. They
Ho-
announced it yesterday.
hopefully they actually promote it, but I don't have hope.
Also, hello, Decrepit Storm, Reggie, and Trayvon. Well, thank
Going
you for
on.
joining us
Wow, we
on
actually have
this.
viewers. Holy crap!
Yeah, yeah, on this wonderful Saturday morning,
Yes.
just like the cartoon show all them years ago. One Saturday morning.
Does that mean KOA is now Saturday morning cartoons?
I mean, we are technically talking about an animated series.
And you
Oh,
are
I guess
animated.
I am. I'm everything animated. One last thing I want to mention, and this is the last thing for reals.
He's lying.
Second season of Arcane came out today, and you better believe I'm watching that this weekend.
Man, I
Oh
still
yeah.
gotta finish Vox Machina season 3.
Oh, yeah, when you do, definitely watch Arcane. Because, I mean, they're not going to release the whole thing yet. They're doing it in spurts, 3-part this weekend, then next weekend another 3, and next weekend the final 3. But I'm still watching it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I may wait if that's the case.
I can't. My pants are ready. I've
I
been
also have a piece of
waiting
news.
for this series ever since it first came out 3 years ago.
Yeah, dude, it's been 3 years. That's crazy. Wasn't the main chick like 5? And now she's in Fallout or something?
Uh, she played Jinx, and she was the main girl in Fallout. Yes,
Yeah,
she did
isn't
the
she
voice of
like
Jinx.
isn't she,
And I didn't even fucking know that till later.
That's like one of the first things I noticed was, oh, it's the girl from the porn I see all the time.
Huh?
It's a whole thing. Once you play Overwatch, you never go back.
I bet it's a whole thing.
I heard words, but it didn't connect to me what they meant.
Well, let's
D-
go
Dude,
ahead
he
and let's talk about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, shall we?
Okay.
I guess so.
So let's get into
I love
episode
the
9.
segue.
Episode 9 is really interesting because it kind of focuses on a little bit of what Chopper said, Tony Chopper said to Al in the last video, which was, that, how do you know
You ain't
if
got
you're
no
a
dick.
puppet or not? Yeah, you ain't got no nipples. Yeah,
You ain't got no nipples.
and he doesn't.
Doesn't.
So, yeah, he's got to
That's the
deal
one
with
thing
that.
he didn't lie about.
So that's kind of like the big cornerstone of this episode is kind of going through Al's headspace at the moment, and some other stuff with Winry and her missing bolt that she had to come to the city. Good Guns N' Roses song, by the way. To you know, to fix up his old arm. So, what did you guys think about this episode? I thought this was actually really, really, really interesting because of the whole Al thing. I really thought it was like I think it was like the fact that Chopper kind of implanted these thoughts into his head, and it actually brought up something out of it that I think probably needed to be said between the two, because like since the beginning of the series, these guys have been kind of like, hey, we're moving on from our past and stuff. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. What do you guys think about it?
It was definitely an emotional one. They always like to sprinkle in their comedy, though, when it comes to emotional scenes, which I always feel like Fullmetal Alchemist does very well. But yeah, it was crazy because Al's usually this beacon of hope and positivity, and he was just Mr. Negative Nancy guy the whole time, and he even just lashed out at him at one point and was like like Ed didn't even like say anything that he thought was bad in his mind, and he's like, "What the fuck's that supposed to mean? You called me a puppet?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "What? I just sat down. I just said I hate milk."
Yeah, it was eating away at him. His
For sure.
his he didn't have enough poise.
Yeah, it was definitely taken away at him for sure.
Yeah, so every time we revisit the scene in Fullmetal Alchemist, because I've watched this I don't know how many times and read it, I think 2 years ago, I always dread getting to this specific drama of Al. Not because I don't like what comes from it, but I always think that Al doubting Ed to the degree of accusing him of fabricating his memories is a little too far fetched. Not in a sense that I don't think it's believable, but I just think that it shouldn't happen because of everything they went through. It's kind of what Winry was chiding him over. After everything they went through, and then also the fact that other people have memories with Al, it's kind of too crazy for it to be true because Barry tried to I joked about it last podcast where Al was like, okay, even if Ed created these memories, Winry knows me. He's like, they're in on it too, and I was like, wait. Okay, I don't think Ed is paying everybody to just trick out. That just seems like a crazy thing to do. Like, we're just gonna
Here's your month.
It's a lot of work too.
yeah, we're gonna prank this stupid kid for fucking 12 years.
This kid I created.
Yeah,
Oh, and
we're
by
just
the
gonna
way, my
fuck
limbs
his
are
ass.
missing.
Yeah, like he's in on the too. No, I gotta do it too. Just so
They created a whole fake house and burned it down for fun.
Or cut off my arm. Just do it. It has to look real.
It's like some Mr. Beast type of shit. I fabricated this whole kid's life.
She set them straight this episode for sure. Because he basically admitted to Al that Ed feels responsible for everything that had happened and the guilt killing him inside. I mean, just to hold that kind of guilt would just be terrible. You know, he was even laying on the hospital bed with his arm gone. It's my fault, Al. He lost his whole body.
Yeah, that was a scene that got me emotional in it because even though they're only separated by a year, Ed feels he is the big brother that should steer Al in the right direction. So when everything happened, and then considering that Al paid a bigger price, which was his entire body, he feels totally responsible for it because again, he was supposed to make sure that never happened. He was supposed to protect them. So, him having guilt about everything that happened to Al. It even showed itself in the initial fight or the scene before the fight when Al took offense to something that Ed said. I think what the scene was Ed was complaining about drinking milk, and then he said that Al has a big body, so that he doesn't have to worry about it. And then Al snapped on him and said, "At least you have a body." So I think
Right.
that's how it played out.
At
And
least you have a body, motherfucker.
it like his guilt shows in the next scene right after that because he backs down in that conversation very quickly. Like he offers no resistance. When Al snaps on him for that, he goes, "You're right. I'm sorry." Because he feels that guilt. So when he took offense to it and was talking about him, not having a real body, immediately Ed just backed down. And we know how combative he is and how argumentative he can be. So that goes to show you the guilt he was carrying.
Yeah, just don't say the word body in any way, shape, or form in front of Al, and I think you'll be fine. Hey, how's it going, everybody? What does that mean?
What do you mean by that?
Everybody? Huh? Are you a insensitive jerk? I just said hi, everybody. You know what? I hate you. Get out of my sight.
Anytime somebody plays Smash Mouth, Al just freaks out. Somebody.
Click. Turn this shit off.
He's just brooding for the rest of the day.
Somebody.
Come on, Al. It's just Smash Mouth.
No, Ed. It's not cool.
He
So-
used an ableist slur.
we got that scene, and then we get the fight between Ed and Al, and Ed wins. I guess he'll
Full
take
attack.
it. He wins the fight, and then that's when they just have a heart to heart. They talk about some stuff in their past and all the fights they've been through and what they were fighting over. And in that whole thing, they reveal that Ed and Al fought over who was going to have Winry's hand in marriage. So, yeah.
The
They both
important
freaking
things.
love her.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Winry don't know that. Winry just takes a look at them. I mean, she likes them for them. I mean, maybe she has an affection, but Ed's always just like, huh. Thanks for your help. I love this arm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the romance side of this feels very kind of just a thing they think more than maybe it being a romantic thing at all, because Winry just feels just like their sister, if anything. So
I mean,
Yeah.
she says as much. She says that she considers them as like her brothers because they grew up together.
yeah, I think,
But them being them being sexually attracted to women, I assume, and like how small that place is because there's like no other houses in the vicinity. When you look at their I don't even know if I can call it a village,
Yeah, it's either called.
or you're cutting out
Oh.
here.
God dang it! What is with this every fucking week? Hold
dude,
on.
something's happening to the internet. I don't know what it is. It's still buffering. Oh my god! As soon as EA left the stream, actually. got better. What? What?
What are you trying to say?
No, Z8 the entire time.
It was me.
EA, as soon as you left the call, the stream fixed itself.
Oh my god.
Can't make
I
that
know
up.
when I'm know when I'm not wanted.
Well, and now the stream's kind of like ruined, at least the layout. So now
That's
I'm
fine.
on two sides of the screen.
I'm better now. I cried.
But yeah, I think they shouldn't be fighting over Winry. I think they should be fighting over who doesn't get to be with Winry, because she loves violence with wrenches.
And I think she likes automail more than she likes actual people,
Yeah,
as we see in the future episode.
She's a gearhead, that's for sure.
He takes one look at that freaking automail and goes, "Can I have your number? Can I have it?"
And it says nothing back.
Well, fine, be that way.
What was that one? Do you guys remember that one podcast joke that was like, would you rather have unlimited bacon or bacon but with no games, or something like that?
Not me.
Don't remember that
Really?
specific question, but I mean,
It was like it was like I think it was called like the Chuckle Fucks podcast or something. Let me link it. But
wait,
the reason
you said bacon with no game,
it
as
was
if
like
I
question.
can't get a woman or something.
Let's see, bacon, no games,
Hey girl, do you like bacon?
no bacon.
Because I don't have any games.
The question is unlimited bacon and no games. Here, let me drop it in the. Oh, stream's gonna be messed up for a second. It's fine. It's okay. Everything's fine. Don't pay attention. They should like change this question to have it fit Winry. Unlimited
What?
wrenches and no automail, or unlimited automail and no wrenches.
I mean, she'll
think
take
the
the
answer is
automail.
yeah. Get the automail.
You can just make a different tool or use a different tool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what happened to this episode. Winry came out and fixed Ed because his arm done did broke, and she forgot the screw, and she was just like, haha, he didn't know I forgot the screw. Thank God, because I really fucked up in that one. He doesn't know, so I'm just gonna fix it as if nothing happened.
She's just a girl.
'Cause I'm just a girl.
Just a small town girl.
Beating people with.
Wow, you cut out again, yeah.
God damn it. I hate life.
She gave extensive brain damage to her brothers.
That's what Al should be worried about instead of him having fabricated memories. He should worry if his memories are scrambled out into the ether. I mean, she probably would have like broke through his seal or something and accidentally killed him with that wrench.
If Winry had like, in Call of Duty they have like perks. What perks
Mhm.
would Winry have? And you can only have 3.
Double tap.
I think she
Juggernaut.
Yeah, I was gonna say Juggernaut. I was Juggernaut.
It in the mule. Kick mule, I think that's what it's called.
Mule kick.
Mule kick.
She has multiple weapons. I'm gonna say she has Scrambler because she scrambles people. Juggernaut because she can probably tank a lot of hits. Like, I don't know. Winry just seems like she could, like, I don't know, get shot and be okay. I don't know why I feel that way about her. And then I'm gonna say Sleight of Hand.
Oh, okay.
She would
I can see it.
definitely accidentally kill Alphonse just for being mad. She'll take a wrench and then just absolutely destroy that seal. And then she'll go, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." Ed just goes, Winry, what the fuck did you do?
I can fix it.
I can fix it. No, you can't. You can't fix this. You just killed my brother.
Winry is the type of girl to like, you know how like you have like you buy like a phone and it has that seal on it and you break it, it breaks the warranty. She's the person who does that every time.
Oh my god.
She'll fix it herself.
She'll rip the fucking that little tag on a pillow. Do not remove under penalty of law. She'll fucking rip it.
She's a rebel without a cause.
Oh,
A wrench with a cause.
speaking of Winry, so because she's staying in town and she finished the repairs and she has nowhere to go, she has to stay with Hughes, who offers his home after. I don't know. He just goes, all right, you can stay at my place because, well, I mean, my daughter's having a birthday party and we could just have more people to be there. So hey, come on home.
And then he
And-
dragged her.
Yeah, he literally just drags her home, and
Wait a minute. No.
if forces her to celebrate his daughter's third birthday because she is this many.
Yep, that's what she says. It's like, how old are you? This. Wait. I'm this.
Stupid ass kid.
Stupid kid. Can't even fucking count.
Winry's gonna be like, Maze, you know, I have a secret technique that can fix your daughter. It's called a wrench.
Oh my god.
Gives her a wrench. Wrench.
But yeah. So they celebrate the birthday, and the scene that people really like is when the boys are fighting over Alicia and Hughes covertly warns against them getting too close to his daughter.
Yeah,
very subtle.
Yeah, very stealth-like, Didn't brandish a firearm or anything.
No, he was just it's a service weapon, so he has to make sure is everything's working, because he has to protect the kids. So he's just making sure his service weapon is good. He, cocks it back and is like, oh, it works. And he may give them a little threatening look or two, but
Yeah. Maybe threatening your life, but it's all for a good cause.
I feel like if the parents knew he did that, they would be irate.
I know I would. I'd be like, they're fucking 3.
Yeah, like, what are you concerned about?
What do you think they're gonna do? I want to give you. Hey, I like it.
Hey, yeah, these these little kids probably think a kiss is the best thing ever. So I think you're fine, Hughes. But
Kiss, fall in love.
that's the whole gag of it.
I could just see that with Hughes. It's like, yes, it starts with a kiss and it's innocent. Then the next minute, they're wanting to move in and live with each other, and then they're having kids. Whoa, that happens way later. Not at 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years you may have to worry.
First they're friends, then the next day they're drug dealers.
Were the other parents there at that party?
I don't think so. No, it was just the kids.
Huh.
Won't anyone think of the children?
But no, it was just Winry spending time with the Hughes family. And at the end of episode 9, we see that Scar is still alive and he is in some Ishvalan camp. So he's among his brethren, which goes to show you that not all of them have been exterminated. They're living on, it seems like, the outskirts of society. Yeah, that too.
Delicious rats.
Yeah, he had a nightmare about Kimberly, whatever the fuck his name is.
Kimberly?
Yeah, Cucumber. He had a dream about him, and that's very interesting. Maybe this guy did something pretty fucked up to Scar personally. if he's having a nightmare about him.
Well, we also see that for the first time, because we haven't seen this, because if you notice, Scar always wore long sleeves. We see his right arm, which has tattoos all over it.
Pretty sick
Which,
sleeve, dude.
yeah, that's what the kids like. Damn, nice ink. um, so that's important. Why that's important, we don't know right now, but that's important.
The Grandpa Storm says, "Are you thinking of Kimberly?"
Yeah, Kimberly Cucumber.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Kimmy Schmidt.
How old are you? Holds up 3 wrenches. Cute.
But holds it up like it's Wolverine, like Wolverine's claws are between the fingers. Any final thoughts on episode 9?
That's pretty much it. Very emotional, but maybe the next one's even more so emotional.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 10. This is one of the episodes in either of the versions that always sticks out to me. This moment is this episode is one of the just if you ask somebody about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or any of them, most people often will mention this scene at some point, and this is of course is the episode where Hughes dies, and he dies in such a kind of very just sudden way. That's
sudden
also
and sad.
Sudden, sad. It's like the circumstances surrounding it are so unfair. And it's just it's a whole predicament, and it really sets in motion a lot of the motivation. It gives motivation for Mustang. So, what did you guys think about this one?
I agree with what you said. It pretty much, it paints Hughes as a great dad, loving husband. All the previous episodes, and heck, we even have an episode dedicated to how what he is as a person, with his family prior to this one. And I think that's what makes it all the more upsetting, that he's onto something. He finds out something where he's just reading into the notes and in the archives and whatnot, discovers something big, and then we get the goddamn homunculi coming in, lust and envy, and probably one of the worst things after, because envy's the one that eventually kills Hughes, was, first of all, he was pretty smart to find out that, because envy was disguised as one of the other military people. It's like, the bull's on the wrong part of the body. Who are you? And then she just puts it there as a fucking joke, and then transforms.
Envy's kind of a fun villain. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's such an asshole move.
Yeah.
Oh, you, Maria Ross has a mole on her left side of her face. Oh, does she? There you go.
Yeah. She's kind of there, kind of trollish. I think that's
for sure.
They're so chaotic. I think that's what makes envy so compelling. Is lust and gluttony. You can kind of see what their significant personality traits are, and there's some sort of reason behind them. But with envy, it really does just feel like they're just chaotically insane. It's you never know really what to expect, except for one thing, and that's for Envy to be insanely cruel to whoever they choose to.
Yeah. And she was insanely cruel with the fact that she transformed into Hughes's wife because, Hughes was going to shoot her, but then she transformed into her wife, which was so fucked up, thus, killing him as his wife. I mean, you can't get more sadistic than that,
wow.
I suppose. And yeah, poor guy. If this wasn't for all these damn codes, he would have gotten through to Roy Mustang. Can I get your clearance? I need to have your code. Fuck your code. This is emergency.
Imagine he had to do this through like some obscure site or whatever. They asked for Google verification. We
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
the verification email to your Gmail. Can you verify? Oh my fucking god!
No.
You said your password wrong. You need uppercase, symbols, numbers.
You changed your
Could you-
password 2 months ago.
Could you click on the ones that are vehicles?
Oh my god!
Click on the buses.
I hate that verification thing. By the way, are
The
you
captcha.
a human? Yeah, are you a human? Click all the ones that have a traffic light in it, and then there's one that has like a little piece of it, and then I'm
Little
unsure.
teeny weeny.
Yeah, I'm like, do I click this one? I mean, it's there, and then you click it, you go,
Wrong.
no, you're a robot.
Yeah. That's how Hughes was.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out. Yeah.
God damn it. I'm going to destroy this fucking internet. I'm done talking.
Damn. You broke him.
Envy did this to me.
He's
She
dead.
was jealous of my internet.
He's dead, Jim.
You took everything from us. Oh. So the episode starts off with us seeing a little bit of the Ishvalan War. Mainly, the scene is there to show or set the foundation for Roy Mustang's ambition to become the Fuhrer because he wants to change what's going on right now. It also shows you that even though he didn't agree with the war, the reason why he took part in it was to climb up the ladder because he has to be the dutiful soldier, of course, and if he disobeys, then he's not going to be the Fuhrer. And in that scene, we see that Mace Hughes is all aboard to help Roy Mustang realize his ambition. So from that point on, he's been a supporter of Roy in the background because obviously he can't just promote himself as somebody who wants to be the new Fuhrer when the Fuhrer is still, active. So he has some supporters that we're already aware of: Risa Hawkeye, Maze Hughes, and some other characters I'm sure we'll see. So he was that support for Roy and also just a friend for him. So not only does his death affect what we see with his family, but it also affects Roy. And I think what's important about the scene in particular with Roy crying, actually, no.
He's not crying. It's
No,
raining.
yeah. What's the rain? Actually, I don't want to go. I don't want to go there yet. The funeral scene. Uh, the funeral scene. That was pretty sad.
Yeah, the funeral scene, especially with the poor child. Alicia, she's only 3. She doesn't
Mhm.
understand the concept of death.
Who's gonna
And she
Who's
just
gonna be the first one to make the inappropriate joke?
What
You.
inappropriate joke?
You, because I didn't think of anything, so it's going to be you. Go ahead, see.
I want to say, I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, you monster.
I would never make a joke like that.
What? He's lying, y'all.
I was
Let me look
heartbroken
into it
during
again.
that entire scene. It
Uh,
was
I get-
heart wrenching. I was crying.
Yeah, what part were you laughing at? Come on, let's hear it.
None of it. For I am a human with a heart.
mm,
I am not a doll.
Well, what's
It-
the inappropriate joke?
he definitely just deleted one of his notes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, it was very sad, and I was crying profusely. So much so, I needed to get one of those ShamWows. Remember that?
Keep going.
Remember ShamWows?
Yeah, I
going.
was say, where is this going?
That's it.
It should have been you.
What do you mean it should have been me?
Oh, but no, it really was sad. You know, why is Daddy in there? He can't live when he's in there. He can't breathe. I was like, oh, poor thing.
Yeah. And now since we talked about that, what I was going to say about the whole Roy thing, I thought it it showed how, because throughout what we see from Roy and Hughes' relationship, Roy is very cold towards Hugh. Hugh is a very eccentric guy, always talking about his wife and things. So he comes off as an annoyance when it comes to Mustang. So you never really get to see those two being friends in Full Metal Alchemist. But you still understand that relationship of them being friends is there, not only through the trust that Hughes has in him with confiding in him, wanting to support his dream, but also in the rain scene. The rain spontaneously uh spontaneously his cheek. um I thought what sealed that scene was the fact that when Roy's talking to Risa, he actually starts to relate to the Elwick brothers, and he goes, um, alchemist or pathetic creatures, because even now he's thinking of how to crack the code of human transmutation. And to me, that made me go like, damn. For him to think about that shows you how deep his relationship is with Hughes, because that's the ultimate taboo for alchemists. People know that human transmutation exists, but nobody wants to do it because of the risk involved. And again, it's just not something you do as an alchemist. So for him to think about doing something like that shows you how much he meant to him. And again, he doesn't really show affection towards Hughes throughout Fullmetal Alchemist, but I think that scene shows you how deep it was actually.
Yeah.
Because, think about it. Ed and Al are only doing human transmutation because it's their mom. And he's thinking about it, and that's just, a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad. You think Roy and Hawkeye are smashing?
No.
No, I think it's strictly professional. I think there's a chemistry there, but it definitely, I don't know, feels a little beyond that. This show with romance is just it's not that important. It feels like just kind of like just a footstone.
An afterthought.
Yeah, like
Well,
one of the many bricks in the brick house.
Hughes just strikes me as somebody who cares more about his work than anything else. He doesn't seem like a romance guy to me, and especially not Risa. I mean, so far in the series, you haven't got much from her.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But Roy, honey, come to bed. No, I must work on becoming the
gotta-
Fuhrer.
I have to do these reports.
I have to become the Fuhrer. It's not going to work on itself.
It's just starts German.
I'm sorry, when I hear Fuhrer, that's what it comes to.
They're eating the dogs and the cats.
Oh my god. But what was it after all that? Uh we're left with the Elric boys and Winry hopping on a train.
Wait, before you go there, there's one more thing I want to say with Hughes.
Let's hear it.
So we saw that before Hughes' death, he does something weird. So initially, he's going to call from inside the building, and he picks up the phone and then puts it back down, and he thinks twice about it, and then he just goes to a payphone, which of course wasted some time. So the question is, why did he do that?
Oh,
And we already have the answer towards
Oh, yeah.
we already have the answer. Because Fullmetal Alchemist has already revealed. I mean, Fury King Bradley goes in because we didn't talk about the beginning of the episode. The beginning of the episode, Ed and Al are giving a report on what they saw. So they talk about the homunculus. They talk about um the laboratories and everything they know. And Fury King Bradley is there. Armstrong is there. Hughes is there. And Hughes takes that information, goes to the archives, and pieces something together. Something that we're not privy towards because he dies before he's able to relay that information. And the reason he goes to the outside payphone is because he knows, because it was already revealed to us earlier, that there's some corruption that is happening in the military. There's some conspiracy. Because for some reason, the homunculus know certain sensitive information about the military that they're not supposed to know. So, how deep is the conspiracy? How far have they infiltrated? We don't know. But again, they know a lot of stuff about the military they shouldn't. Because the fact that Lust was where she wasn't a coincidence. She didn't just teleport there like Jason Voorhees. She just has access to that place because somebody high up is allowing stuff like that to happen.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Somebody high up is allowing stuff like that to happen.
Back up. What was that first thing you just said?
Oh, somebody.
Hey!
Oh my god.
What did you just say?
Al, you need to
You're
calm
not
down.
Al.
Like, that was the only thing that he got out of that. It's like, there's, corruption and people within, the industry that are, not who they say they are. Somebody. Yeah. Yeah, that's why he didn't take that call. And that's what Roy's going to try to figure out. He's like, why wouldn't he make a call there? That's what he discovered. He discovered some corruption.
Yep. Who is the corrupting agent, though? That is the question. Do you think we even met this person yet? Do you think it's Armstrong?
I mean,
It's
there's a
definitely
lot
not
of
Armstrong.
there's a lot of military figures we haven't met. I mean, because there's people. This is all we know. Armstrong gives information to Roy in a covert manner, which again, this is another instance where it's a simple scene, is very small, but it shows you how great Armstrong is because he's very savvy. He may be big brooding guy, big brood of a man, but he's very savvy when it comes to this type of stuff because he's already done it with Marco about, oh, I just see the doctor in this town. I didn't meet any dessert or anything. So Roy asked him certain information, and then he just goes, I can't tell you. And Roy keeps pressing him, and he goes, I can't tell you. And before he leaves, he gives information to Roy that Ed and Al were in town and they were researching something that Mustang already knows because he talked to them. So from that, he gets this information. Somebody high up is suppressing information higher than Armstrong and higher than himself. So, and he's a colonel. So it's not that many people higher up than him. So somebody higher up than him is suppressing information, and it's relating to the Philosopher's Stone in some fashion. And Armstrong is able to relay that information without saying anything specific.
Mhm.
And I'm like, he may end up being, I don't know if he's going to be my favorite character because of the one character later, but
We know who that is.
he's probably honestly going to be my second favorite character when this is all said and done.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
Well, any other thoughts on episode 10?
The big thing, Ed and Al are supposed to visit their teacher and Dublith.
Yep.
And which we officially haven't seen her yet. There was a little flashback early in Fullmetal Alchemist when Ed saw the truth. Again, I won't say it now since they haven't been introduced yet, but in the previous episode, in episode 9, they just outright showed the teacher.
Mhm.
There's a scene where Winry is going she's in town, she sees Armstrong, and then if you see the scene, they pass by Winry in the background.
Yeah.
So they just show them for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was really it's actually, I think it's really clever to do. Makes seem like the world is much bigger. Like
Mhm.
you know, they're normal, they got normal lives and stuff. Also, it's just nice, I think, for fans. It's a little bit of, like hee hee. If you know, you
A
know.
little nod.
I wonder who that is.
Teehee. Yeah, but now they're on a train and they're making their way on over to
Rush Valley.
Rush Valley, where Winry is like a kid in a candy store.
All right. So
Automail.
all right, so let's go ahead and get into Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 11. This one,
Automail.
yes, Automail. This is the Automail episode. They head on over to Rush Valley, and EA,
Yes.
explain yourself.
Well, I mean, born and raised here in Phoenix. Because of the stupid internet connection. Every time I go to talk, it just wants to fucking do this shit.
I like how it's what I singled you out to for a whole thing. The internet's just
Like, it was totally fine this whole time. Well, I guess it's fine now. But I swear someone's behind the scenes just wanting to get me. Anyway. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I'm me. I'm EA.
Hey. This episode, they head on over to Rush Valley and they meet this tomboy, who has automail legs, and Winry immediately falls in love. Not with the girl, of course. With
No,
the
she
automail.
does.
No, she does fall in love with her too.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so in what place?
There's fan art, so that's proof.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, so is she number 1 or is she number 2? Who's number 1?
Panina is her.
I hate everything. Okay. What do you guys think about this episode?
It was a nice, more, like fillerish, but it wasn't quite fillerish because we did have some important notes and stuff that we were talking about, especially one towards the end, which involved a watch, which I won't get into now. But other than that, we got to see the uses of auto mail and kind of, this was a Winry heavy episode, it seemed. And
Got to focus
yeah,
on the waifu.
got to focus on the waifu and people giving birth to babies. And I think that maybe had some symbolism too with it, I think they said in the episode, we can, as alchemists, we can create stuff from alchemy, but it's amazing to see, like actual like human birth and that kind of creation being not out of nothing, but basically kind of its own form of alchemy in a way.
It's a miracle that alchemy can't replicate, and that's why
Yeah.
Ed is so amazed at it. So, like this episode, I actually think it's very important, but it's important in a way where it's not immediately obvious. So what the episode does, not even to get into details, but at the end of everything, what this episode does is it sets Winry up to get better with her mechanical skills, being that she pesters Dominic, or now we know that she's going to check over Dominic's stuff as far as the automail stuff. So that's going to get her better in her field. Uh, we we already knew this about Winry's parents, but it reinforces Winry's parents being doctors and with her helping the birth, which um I know they said she was able to do this because her parents are doctors, but I'm thinking to myself, Winry, your parents died when you were like 8 or something. I don't I don't think you should be able to be. I know. Ed and Al tried to give her the excuse by saying, "Oh well, no, she read her parents' medical books," but I still don't. I don't know about that.
Yeah, giving birth to a child seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. And that, I like, because when I wrote down in the notes, Winry helps delivers Satella's baby because she's a woman. And then they were like, no, it's because her parents are doctors. And I was like, okay. But then why is Panina here as well? Because she came in there later to help with the birth. I'm like, why are all the guys just sitting there like, oh, what the fuck do I do? And then the women are just like, okay, we know exactly what to do. We got it under control.
Boiling water. I need a scalpel. I need a plunger. I need some salad tongs. We gonna get this baby out.
There's an alternate timeline, an alternate universe where nobody knows how to do it but Al.
Oh my god. I've been reading books.
Can they use alchemy to deliver her baby? I want to know that.
Just touch the stomach and then just transmute it somewhere else, and the baby.
I gotta know. Oh, you cut it out, EA. Oh my god.
I hate my life.
It's always it's so funny. Literally, it's when we point it out, it always gets better. Always.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this again.
I think EA has it works like the Dadadon thing, where you can only use it in spurts. Turbo Granny, Turbo Internet.
EA's got to kill the bitches,
or get his golden balls back.
Yeah, where's your golden balls back?
Where's my golden balls back?
Oh god, I'm where's your golden balls at?
On my pants?
No. Well, you should catch it because it's running.
Huh?
Like. Is your refrigerator working? Well, you better go catch it before. No, it's running, you idiot. Aw, damn it.
Fuck. Shit, never get this right.
Hold on, I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna call back and you're gonna pretend we never had this conversation.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, is your refrigerator jumping?
I mean,
What?
Oh shit! I fucked
I'm
up.
hanging
Again.
up.
Hang up.
I'm
I'll call
hanging
again.
up now.
I'll call again.
Hello?
Is your refrigerator a refrigerator?
Yes?
Well, you better go eat it, or it's gonna eat you.
Who is this?
This is your refrigerator guy. I'm the guy.
Hanging up now.
thank God. Nathaniel said, "I want to say this. I prefer Alchemist, but I think Brotherhood is better." Oh, so the original one.
Yeah, to be determined in that department for me.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see why EA said like this was filler-ish because I think the first half of it didn't seem like it pertained to anything. I feel like again, the ending, everything at the end wraps it up. It sets Winry to stay in his town, so she's not with Ed and Al on their adventure to go to their teacher. So to kind of just like drop Winry off in his town. She's learning about Automel, so that furthers her goals and ambitions. It shows you how Ed and Al feel about life being born, and then it also works just because it's like it's so perfect too. It's like the balance of life, and we see Hughes die in that same or the last episode, and then another life is born. Because this series does this all the time. It's always showing science and religion and equivalent exchange. It always shows this balance in some way, shape, or form. And I think it's not. I don't think it's an accident that we saw childbirth the very next episode where Hughes dies.
Yeah.
Their lives are very eventful. Like, there's always something happening.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't know that Hughes died.
Nope.
They were on their way, and I guess they'll find out when they get back.
Yep. Yep. Oh, at the very end.
Winry is nosy.
Yeah, Winry.
It's got some loving fucking juice. Open it.
What did she expect to find porn in there or something?
I don't know. I think she's thinking that. Oh, I bet it's a picture of me. He loves me, and I'm gonna make fun of him.
What a sip.
Wait, but the problem with that thought is that the only picture he would have of Winry is if she was when she was 8, and then it would just be creepy.
Yeah.
He'd just be, I'll come back to you.
It's a new picture. It's just a freeze frame of her throwing a wrench.
That'd be even scarier if it was like an updated picture. Then she'd be like, when the fuck did he take this? I haven't seen him in years.
It's just a new picture, just her smiling and posing, waving to the camera. I'm never doing this.
It's something from the opening. It's her falling over in the opening. She's like, I didn't do this. Where did he get this? He's like, Google Images. What?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
inside of it is a date, October 3rd, year 11.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Never
is pretty
forget.
iconic.
Don't forget.
Yep.
I
That's
remember.
what that's into it.
I remember before one of my earliest memories of like being like a regular person on the internet was actually.
You're not a regular person anymore?
Well, no, like when I discovered the internet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like I had made a Twitter account back when Twitter was Twitter and social media wasn't horrible. And I remember somebody tweeting out the screenshot of October 3rd, year 11. And it was in 2011 on October 3rd. So it's kind of crazy how things have come full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like it's become its own day, October 3rd.
Yeah.
It's Full Alchemist Day. And it also shares the same day with Mean Girls.
Oh yeah, that one too, yeah.
Iconic movie.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, what good company to be with, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, that date is important because it is the day that Al and Ed burned down their house and basically set off on this journey to get their bodies back. And
Burn down the house.
it's something that Ed keeps a secret because he didn't even tell this to Al. He keeps it a secret because he feels, I guess, inadequate that he would have something to latch on to, because the whole purpose behind burning down the house was to um, basically get rid of anything tying them back so that there would be no way back, that they would have to go forward no matter what. So the fact that he has something that, I guess, anchors him back to that house in some way, or reinforces that he needs to go through with this mission no matter what, makes him feel weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a very it's a very manly thing, very masculine kind of thing to have this idea of he can't latch onto something like that. He can't have this, I guess you would call it just this weak spot, because in a way it is a contradiction of the symbolism of burning down the house and moving forward. It's him consciously saying, yeah, I burned down this house and I have no place to go back to, yet I still go back to it. You know, it is a really interesting insight into Ed, and also shows how different he is from Al too. Like, they may be brothers, but they're not like these carbon copy people. Like, Al is very innocent, and he has he shows his tenderness outwardly, whereas Ed is he tries to hide his tenderness.
Yeah, it's weird too, because there's a lot of instances where Al is more focused on the goal than Ed, and I don't know if people realize that, because this is not just the fact alone that Ed has that and Al doesn't really have an anchor like that. There's also the fact that in the fight with Scar, Ed was going to allow himself to die so that Al could live. And remember, Al chided him about that because Al's mindset was, we have to get our bodies back. You had to live at all costs. You can't give up in any instance. So there's a lot of times where Al is more focused on what they need to do than Ed.
Yeah, and I think that's because Al bears himself. He doesn't try to hide it, and I think that constitutes a strength that builds up inside of him. Well, it gives him, as I said before, it gives him like a poise, whereas Ed is I don't know. Ed feels like he's sort of like rejecting something. Like, there's something there that he is not comfortable with, and he's avoiding it to a degree. And that's his weakness. And he feels much more on the inside. There's like a storm in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's also the fact that and this is not to say that Al doesn't want to protect his brother, but there's also the responsibility of being the big brother that Ed feels. Right. So whenever there's an instance where if he could give his life to protect his little brother, he would do it in a heartbeat, because he feels that it's his responsibility as the bigger brother. That's something that Al doesn't have. Again, not saying that he doesn't try to protect his brother. It's just that that big brother mentality is something that sometimes holds Ed back on doing certain things, whereas Al has a lot more freedom because he doesn't feel that obligation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting. I think it also shows a contrast between childhood and adulthood too. Of
Yeah,
being a child, you have less worries. Your
for sure.
understanding of the world is simpler. Yet it allows you to be more vulnerable too.
Yeah.
Whereas being an adult, you have to harden and steel yourself to face reality, and
Right.
you can't be soft. Yet you are still human, and you have to. Yet there's a balance to that.
Yeah, sure. Was there?
I'll mention this really quick. I love in the notes. Dominic took Pena in and outfitted her with Automel after seeing her pathetic ass.
Yeah, he's this kid with no legs, just crawling around like a wheelchair, still spinning like some. She just got out of a cartoon fight or something. He's just like he literally just walks across, looks down the alley. He's like, "You look like shit." Oh, whatever. I'm here. Just
Goddamn,
gets her auto
goddamn kids walking around with no legs. Come here, you little shit.
That's
What's the
basically
world
how he
coming to?
did
They
it.
can't even afford legs.
Oh man. Oh, there's something else I want to talk about because we didn't really talk about Panina. She's whatever for me, but I don't know why I found this funny when Panina, because she's the one we didn't even talk about her stealing the State Alchemist watch. By the way, we didn't even
Oh yeah,
talk
that's
about
what
that.
kind of like started this whole thing.
Yeah,
Was, hey, my watch. Who took it? You. And then they were chasing after her ass.
and before that, the whole town of Rush Valley sexually assaulted Ed by stripping him naked and then
Oh my god,
touching all over his
yes.
body.
That's right. I don't think I want to go to Rush Valley.
Well, I think you're fine if you don't have any metal arms or legs.
My
But
god.
otherwise, you're fucked.
Hey, can we see your metal arms? No, this is my body. Well, we're gonna strip you down anyway.
Well, fuck what you think. What?
Right. I need an adult. I need an adult. I am an adult.
Oh, but oh yeah, okay. So Panina steals the pocket watch, whatever. She runs away from them. Eventually, they get to the house. All that stuff, we know. So she's known in the town for pickpocketing tourists. So that goes to show you right there, she has some type of code of honor or ethics that she only targets tourists and not people from her village. She doesn't prey on Rush Valley. That shows you something. So she has a little morality. But Winry talks to her and goes, because Panina tells her a story, and then
Oh no.
Winry
I
hears
know what you're
that.
gonna say.
Hears that and goes, Dominic gave you legs and you're using it for bad. You're supposed to work hard and, do good with being able to have legs. Like, stand up and do some good. And then Panina goes, okay. Like she's fucking Majin Buu or something. This is like what happened to Majin Buu and Hercule.
Mm-hmm.
Hercule's
Yeah.
like, hey, how about you stop killing people and do good? And Boo's like, oh shit. I mean, just been turning people to chocolate. Well, I mean, I guess it was cool healing that dog. All right, like, whatever.
Vegeta gave up his life for nothing.
So it's just funny to me that it was a good speech by Winry, but I feel like she didn't need Winry to tell her that for her to realize it was bad pickpocketing people.
Right. Yeah, I felt the same way when I saw it. I was like, really? You didn't put two and two? Do it for good.
All right, I guess. So I guess she's a good person now.
Yep. I'm not gonna pickpocket anymore. When we Hercule.
Hey, pickpocketing people is bad.
I am the ranch champion.
You killed
God.
Satsuki.
So, any other thoughts on episode 11?
Can Panita join a fighting team? This is the last thing. The fact that she escaped was insane. This man,
You're pretty good.
this scene was really funny to me when Ed realizes his watch is stolen and he looks over and Panini is all the way across the bridge and then Panita just looks. I don't know why she stops running. She stops running and just looks at him and then she has the pocket watch. Ed forms like these steps out of the mountain that he's on or the mountain that he's on.
Yeah.
And he goes up to her, and then Al sets this trap where he puts up this big ass wall in front of her, and they try to grab her, and she dodges all of that shit. And I go, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Why is she able to fight this hard, or at least like dodge this hard? And then fucking Winry just goes and it captures her. But before all of that, I'm just thinking to myself, Panini needs to be an MMA fighter or something. They probably have that. Like what's that show called?
Mill fighting.
Yeah, like what's that one show called? The anime
yeah.
Megalobox or something like that.
Megalobox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably have something like that. She needs to be in that because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, her kickboxing ability would be unstoppable. She just can't use those weapons, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe take out the blade leg.
That's a cool
She's
move.
she's like the guts of paraplegics.
Well,
She's got a blade, a gigantic arm blade, leg blade, and then a leg cannon. And Guts has a gigantic blade and a fake hand with a cannon in it.
and the big ass sword that they always comment, it's too big to be a sword, to be called a sword. It's thick metal, blah 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 blah.
It makes the sound of your face.
They said that in the manga. Confirmed.
They make the sound of your face.
Oh, it talks?
Is that the sound it makes? Oh no, it's cutting through people.
It's just
I'm confused. Does it like make sounds? Is it like grunts, or is it like does it talk? Like, what do you mean by
Don't question it.
sounds?
Just run from it.
Well, I mean, okay, I guess.
Oh.
Oh God, I know what you mean.
still better sound effects than Berserk 2016.
What, you don't like distorted metal pan?
No, not when you're hitting fucking Ghost.
One of these days, like you said, C, they will make a faithful adaptation of Berserk, and it's going to look amazing.
And they're going to bring back the original opening song.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Sung by KOA.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
That'd be cooler.
KOA covers coming soon. Any final thoughts?
I think that's it from me.
Same.
Alrighty. EA, where can they find ya?
You can find me at my channel, Everything Animated. Come on over there. I got over 600 subscribers. I think I'm at 605 now. Dropping in the links here. We got some biscuits. Blue Sky is what we have. Follow us there so you can get updated with times at which we go live. You would have known we would have been going live today. And we have 11 people now that we're ending. Thank you, 11 people for joining.
We should do more morning shows. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, if my fucking internet doesn't want to crap out on me, I don't know if it's my internet or if it's just
Wow. Literally as he's
Discord.
talking about
Anyway,
it.
we also have a Patreon. On our Patreon, they do it on purpose. I swear to God. Fuck you, Discord. That's right. I'm saying it. Fuck you, Discord. Take me out. I dare you.
It's over.
Pokemon celebration. We got a Watamote celebration. Video games. Madoka Magica Rebellion. We have more to come. And then my balls are a bunch of hairy animals. And so that's all. Yeah. Yeah. I'm done talking.
Satsuki, where can they find you?
You can find me on my main channel, Sasuke the Savage.
You what?
As well as my Twitch, which I'm going to be streaming probably in like 2 hours. On my Twitch, Sasuke the Savage, Sasuke the Savage. DA between the Sasuke and the Savage. What am I going to play today? Oh, I bought Metaphor, so I think I don't know if that's what I'm going to start off with, but I will play that later today, I think. Basically Persona 5.5. But I like it. I like it. It's been cool thus far. So that's where you can find me.
As for me, damn, that was some heavy metal right there, dog. Some blast beats going on. As for me, put out a video on the new Don episode this week. Also today I'm doing a video podcast with Carp on the new One Piece chapter. So that's going to be fun. Check us out at Vegapunk Labs. It's great. One of the greatest things to ever exist in all of existedness. Other than that, though, I think I'm going to try to get through Kagurabachi and finally catch up today and start doing Kagurabachi videos finally on the second channel where I cover Dandadan. So if not, it'll absolutely be next week, 100%. Finally. Other than that, thanks everyone for watching. Much appreciated, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.
Done.
Later. Scrambled.